No, ya está. Uh, okay, I'm trying and testing the audio, so I don't know if you can hear me. Hello? Damn. Okay, I'll try. That's okay. Okay, so let me introduce a little bit about myself. My name is Alex. Uh, Basically, it's my first time trying to do this kind of video, this kind of activity, like doing on a streaming or something like that. Mm, so basically, this streaming is about to do an assessment, an English grammar assessment. That uh, that is the focus that we are going to cover all the video. So let me explain a little bit about what the dynamic for this. First of all, we're going to resolve a kind of questions, kind of exercise from this book. The book is, let me show you a little bit. Uh, okay, that's the book. Maybe I'm gonna show you the first page. This is one. Okay, that's the book. Cambridge is English grammar in use. It's a famous English book. Um, Basically, uh, in this book, you can cover many topics about the languages, like a slang, tenses, and modals, and many things. The most interesting about this book is like a current book. It's like the last version we can say. Has interesting vocabulary, interesting expression. I was checking another book like English grammar, the same, but for another author and in another version, but a little bit more advanced. But for me, it was a little difficult to not to understand. Maybe try to maybe keep the information because it's a lot of information, like a specific information, a detailed information, and a specific scenarios and many things about that. So for me, I think it's the best because I'm not advanced and intermediate, so I'm still being intermediate, I guess. So I like this book because it book has a lot of images, a lot of examples, many things like this. Uh, yeah. So let me explain a little bit more about the exercise. Let me try to find pages. I remember it's the 327, I guess. Yeah, close. So Nah, nah, that's it. So this is a study guide. Basically, I'm gonna read it. This guide is to help you decide which unit you need to study. The sentences in this guide are grouped together, present and past, articles and nouns, in the same way as the unit in the context, page 3 to 6. Each sentence can be completed using one or more of the alternatives A, B, C. That's interesting. Uh, there are between 2 and 5 alternatives each time. In some sentences, more than one alternative is possible. If you don't know, if you are not sure which alternatives are correct, then you probably need to study the units. In the list on the right, you will also find the correct sentence in this unit. If 2 or 3 units are listed, you will find the correct sentence in the first one. That's interesting. So, basically, we're going to try to resolve each sentence. If you have any time, you have to check this unit. Now, uh, so let's do it because it's a long assessment. Basically, it's on 16, 15, 16 units. So you have to cover a lot of things. Maybe it's gonna take maybe 1 hour or maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. So this kind of the exercise, it's gonna help me as well because I have a plan to make a lot of kind of videos about that, and I have a plan to create a little videos. Maybe not all the units of this book, but maybe trying to cover the most important, or maybe the most important for me, because by the end, the objective of this kind of video uh, brush up my knowledge in English. So some topic that I find interesting, or maybe some topic that I find that I need to review, I'm going to love to the video. So just uh, keep an eye in these videos, and let's do it. So let's start it. Let me check. I'm gonna. I'll I'll make a zoom because we need. Yeah, I think it's not better. Yeah, one more, I guess. Too much. No, that's perfect. So let's start it. The first part is the present and past. Okay, so let's start it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so uh, anyway, uh, just one thing more. Uh, after the video, after all of this video on YouTube, I'm going to upload to the PDF as well. So if you want to check the answer, you can check the answer. And I don't remember exactly which page, but I'm going to put on the description which page you can check the correct answer. Okay, so present and past. So I'm going to read each sentence with each option, and we're going to try to find the fit the fit answer. So at first I didn't like my job, but I'm starting to enjoy it now. Uh, at first I didn't like my job, but I start to enjoy it now. So oh, okay, sorry. I think it's an starting. Yeah. Why is it starting? I think it's starting because we're talking about to the present continuous. Check it out this part now. Check it out this time. The tenses. It's talking about noun. When talking about noun, most 100% is talking about to the present continuous. So in this case, I'm starting to enjoy it now. Okay. Next. Uh, I don't understand this sentence. What does mean this word? Or what does this word mean? Or what means this word? So the correct answer could be what? What happened? Sorry. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My computer is a little slow. I think it's 29. Yeah, let's continue. Okay, just ignore that mistake. So now, uh, I hope no, that's better. Okay, okay. Does this worry me? Yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. In this example, we have to remember what is the structure of the question sentence. In this case, comes first. Look, double question, auxiliary, subject, and the verb, an infinitive verb. In this case, that's the option which is more suited than the sentence. Okay. Next, uh, Robert is going usually away 2 or 3 times a year, or maybe Robert is usually going away 2 or 3 times a year, or maybe Robert usually goes away 2 or 3 times a year. Uh, the best option is usually goes away 2 or 3 times a year. Why? We have to remember what is the structure uh, of the adverbs. Okay, in this case, usually always goes before to the main verb, exception when you use a verb to be. You know, when you use a verb to be, usually or like always something like that always goes after. But when you use a main verb like go, I don't know, kill, or I don't know, verb that is not a verb to be always goes before to the verb. So in this case, Robert usually goes away 2 or 3 times a year. Next question. Hmm. So, how are you feeling now? Better than before, or maybe how do you feel now? Better than before, or how are you feeling now than better before? So first of all, we have to remember what is the structure of the question. In this case, it's a double question. No, in this case, how, auxiliary, subject, and verb. In this case, the first one we can just ignore. Okay, so the correct answer could be B and C. In this case, how do you feel and how are you feeling, right? Remember, check it out this part. Check out the sentence. It's now. They're talking about time now. So when you talk about now, we're talking about to the present. Okay, it could be a simple present, or maybe it could be a present continuous. Uh, Either of them. Okay, in this oh, let me make a zoom. Sorry about that. I forgot that's better. Okay. Next question. It was a boring weekend. I didn't anything. I thought I don't do anything. I didn't do anything. So in this sentence, the correct answer is I didn't do. Why? Why is I didn't do? So I didn't do it because we're talking about to the past. Check it out the sentence. I was a boring it was a boring weekend. So we're talking about the past. So I didn't do anything. So in that case, is I didn't do because we're talking about the past. Remember the structure when we have to do an answer, when we have to keep an answer. So in this case, is subject, auxiliary, a verb in infinitive form, and the rest of and the option, right? In this case, I didn't do. Next, uh, Matt fun while we were having dinner, or maybe Matt was funny while we were having dinner, or Matt has fun while we were having dinner. So, in this example, in this sentence, the correct answer is fun. Okay, why? Why is fun? Because check it out. Matt fun while we were having dinner. In that case, we are using past continuous to make uh, uh, as a point on the time. In this case, my phone. It's like that even phone was interrupting an activity that was going in the past. In this case, my phone. Okay. Next one, and even because we're talking about to the past as well. Okay. The next section is the present perfect and past. That's interesting. I like this section because maybe it makes my mind blown. So present perfect and past. The first one. James is on holidays. He's gone to Italy, or maybe he has gone to Italy, or maybe he has been to Italy. The correct answer is has gone. Why is has gone? Because check it out. Jane is on holiday. So we're talking about that the James is already on holiday. James already taken a holiday. So he has gone to Italy. We're assuming that he has gone because he's already on holiday. Oh, okay. Another thing we have to remember why we use a present perfect in this case. So check it out. The present perfect is used when we have to talk about to the earliest action in the past, but in the present. Sorry. For example, uh, James is on holiday, right? Is in the present, right? He has gone to Italy. We're talking about to the previous action to the present. In this case, this is the present. He's on holiday, so he has gone to Italy past a previous moment before to the present. Uh, when we're talking about the period, about to the maybe how long could be the period between the present and the past, and in this case, present perfect is between of them. Uh, we don't have a specific time. It's more depends on the person. Maybe for me, early past action could be maybe 1 hour or 3 hours, or depend what kind of the action is going to happen, right? So just keep in mind this. Uh, Next one, 2.2. It's everything is going well. There weren't any problems so far, or there had been any problems so far, or they haven't been any problems so far. Uh, in the sentence, the answer is haven't been. Whew. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same scenario. Check it out. Everything is going well now. So everything is going well now. This is the present, right? Uh, there's haven't been any progress so far. So they're talking about today, this specific moment, previous to the present. No, there haven't been any problems so far. This is the past, it's too far away, and the present continues. It's just like this, it's just close to the present. Okay, there haven't been any problems so far. For a moment, there haven't been any problems. Okay, next, uh, 2.3. So Sarah has lost her passport again. This is the second time this has happened, or this is the second time this happens, or this is the second time this happens, or maybe this is the second time this is happening, right? Uh, in that case, it has happened. Why? Okay, let's do it again. That's why I like this section. I like the present perfect. Even I like to the past perfect as well. So Sarah has lost his passport again. You're talking about to the present perfect, right? Uh, this is the second time this has happened. Okay, this is the second time this has happened. So check it out. Uh, this is the second time. Basically, they're talking about the present. This is the second time. Is the present. Okay, this happened. So basically, they're talking about today. This action that he lost his passport has happened, but that action uh, has happened recently, not too much. Like it's a it's an early action in the present. This is the time he lost his passport just over there, so that is close. That's why it's present perfect. Okay, next one. Uh, why are you out of breath? Uh, are you running? Have you run, or have you been running? Okay. The correct answer is have you been running? So why is have you been running? Maybe why is no are you running, or have you run? Okay. First of all, that's impossible because but it's possible. But the difference between present perfect and present continuous is the action. When we are talking about to the present perfect, we are talking about to the action that already finished, that already done. But when we are talking about to the present perfect continuous, we are talking about to the action that happened in a early past, early previous to the present, but it's still happening now. In this case, check it out. Uh, why are you out of breath? Have you been running? So the question is because maybe for that person, it's clear that person is out breathing. So he's maybe sweating or something like that. That's why they're asking, oh, have you been running? So because they're assuming that you've been running because you are sweating, right? You are tired, you looks like a exhausted or something like that. Okay, so remember, what's the difference between uh, present perfect and present perfect continuous? Is the present perfect the action is have already done, have already finished. But in the present perfect continuous, we're talking about an action that happened. It's happened in the previous early present, but it still happened now. So it's continue. It's like for example, if I living in my home, in my house, I don't know, in my home, I don't know, in my new apartment. Okay, so I can say I had been living in my apartment for maybe 3 years. I have been living in my apartment for 3 years. So in my context, I am still living in that place. That's what I say. I had been living, but maybe if I move to another apartment, so I can say, uh, I don't know, I've lived in my old apartment for 2 years, but now I moved to another apartment. No, there's a little different. Okay, next one, 2.5. Uh, where's the book I gave you? That have you done within? Or maybe what have you been doing within? Or what are you doing within? In that case, the answer is have you done? What have you done? Why? The same. Check it out. What is the book I gave you? right? We're talking about to the past, right? What have you done with him? So the person is talking about to the action that happened in an early present, right? Check it out. It's like the action is already done, already finished. No. Next one. Okay. Hmm. How long do you know Jane? Or maybe how long have you known Jane? Or how long have you been knowing Jane? A long time since we were at school. In this case is have you no. Why is have you know? Because we're talking about today an action that already done. For example, when you know something, it's like you know something. It's not like you are still knowing. No. In this case, how long have you known Jane? A long time since we were schools. Check it out. This a long period of time, right? So that's why I say how long have you known Jane and not have you been knowing, because you are not still knowing Jane because you know to that person for a long time for school, right? Next one. Sally has been working here for 6 months, or Sally has been working here since 6 months, or Sally has been working here 6 months ago, or 6 months. And its case is for 6 months, and also I'm gonna put like this 6 months. Yeah, why? Uh, First of all, so when we're talking about to the period of time, we can use uh, a present perfect. Now, for example, Sally has been working here for 6 months. So we're talking about to the. Let me check in my internet. Sorry, I think it's good. Oh, yeah. Anyway, okay. In this case, we're talking about the period of time. In this case, 6 months, right? We can use 4, or maybe you can put directly 6 months. It's up to you, but both are correct. Yeah, but most common is for 6. No, 4 when you're talking about to a period of time, you can use a since when you're talking about to a specific time. For example, Sally has been working here since 2005. Check it out, that's a specific point since. But 4 we're talking about to the period of time. That's the difference. Remember, since for a specific uh, point in time, and 4 for a period of time. Next one. So we're going quick, right? So that is a lot, but we can do it. Uh, Next one. It's 2 years that I don't see Joe, or maybe it's 2 years that I haven't seen Joe, or it's 2 years since I didn't see Joe, or it's 2 years since I last saw Joe. Okay, in that case, it's uh, since I last saw Joe. Okay, check it out. It's 2 years. Remember, uh, we can use since when we're talking about to the a specific moment on the time. Uh, it's not always could be a date. Maybe it could be a moment. For example, and another example, check it out. Sally has been working here since 2005. Check it out, it's a specific moment. But we can consider it another specific moment like a moment as well. For example, uh, Sally has been working here since since her father's died. Check it out. That's an awful example. but it doesn't make sense. Sally has been working here since her father's died. So uh, check it out. We're taking her father died like a specific point, and it's the same here. It's 2 years since I last saw John. No, check out those. The specific point is I last saw John. Okay. Now I go to hell. Okay, next one. Mm, okay. It's stopped raining for a while, but now it's raining again. It has stopped raining for a while, stopped raining for a while, but now it's raining again. Or it was stopped raining for a while. Stop. Stop. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's the same example. Check it out. It stopped raining for a while. We're talking about to the past now, but now it's raining again. So uh, remember, when you don't know exactly the time, the specific time we're talking about, always is past. For example, it's different to talk about to the present perfect because we're talking about to the action that happened early in the past. But when you don't know exactly the time, you can use past simple. In this case, it stopped raining for a while, but now it's just raining again. Yeah, you don't know exactly what is the specific point in the time that happened. You only know that you know is that that's raining for a while. No, that for is no. It is for is no the for the present perfect. It's more an expression that means for a moment, for a period of time, for a time, for a while. Okay. And next one. My mother grew up in Italy. Or my mother has grown up in Italy. Or my mother had grown up in Italy. In that case, it's grew. My mother grew up in Italy. Why is grew up in Italy? Check it out. You don't know exactly the specific moment that this action happened, right? In this case, my mother grew up in Italy. That's the only information that you know. So you don't have more context to maybe use a present perfect or something like that. No, in that case, it's just my mother grew up in Italy because you don't know exactly the time that happened. You know exactly maybe when your mother grew up. You only know that you know that she's Italian, right? Next one, 2.11. So have you eaten a lot of sweet when you were a child, or have you eaten a lot of sweets when you were a child, or did you eat a lot of sweet when you were a child? Hmm. In that case, check it out. It's did. Did you eat? Why is did you eat or not, or maybe not have you eaten or have you eaten? Okay. In this case, check it out first. Uh, the first question. It's an experience. In this case, it's no experience. It's basically we're taking when as a specific point. So we're talking about to the simple past. Did you eat a lot of sweet when you were a child? Hmm? Hmm? So that's why it's a simple past. Because if we're talking about to the simple, sorry, the present perfect, maybe we're talking about to the present and the present perfect. Because usually the present perfect always goes with a present, with a simple present or on a present tense, because you are using a present tense in order to show in order to show in order to use a present uh, perfect. because it's like not always, but most of the time they go together because you need a context, right? It's the same with past perfect. In that case, had you eaten a lot of seed when you were a child? Doesn't make sense because when you're talking about to the past perfect, you need a past simple as well. But past perfect is more for interruptions situation, interrupted time in the sentence. Okay, that's crazy to explain. We need to like a graphic or like a picture to explain, because for example for me it was a little difficult to understand what's the difference between uh, past perfect and present perfect. The only way that I could understand was uh, with image. With my teacher, I remember my teacher was explaining me, okay, this is a present perfect, so this is a past, this is a past perfect, blah 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 blah, continue. You, what the hell is that? So don't worry, it's just a review. In the next videos we are trying to cover. We'll cover uh, mm, each unit, each topic more in details. We try to deep inside of them more uh, with more details. Okay. So next one, 2.12. Jack lived in New York for 10 years. Now he lives in Los Angeles. Jack Jack have lived in New York for 10 years. Now he lives in Los Angeles, or Jack has been living in New York for 10 years. Now he lives in Los Angeles. So this sentence, the correct answer is live. Jack lived in New York for 10 years. Now he's living uh, in Los Angeles. Yeah. Why we are talking about to the past? Just give me a second. I need to a little. Next one. People sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. Out there, okay, there are a lot of options. Just I'm gonna put the correct answer. So the correct answer is uh, okay, they hadn't they hadn't flown. And another one is they never flew. Okay, why? Why is they hadn't flown and they this is wrong. Sorry, my keyboard. Okay, no, no. Yeah, they never flew. So basically, because we're talking about to the past perfect. Check it out. People sitting next to me on the plane were nervous. Check it out. So this action, right, that the people was sitting next to me on the plane and they were nervous is in the past. Okay, that's the past. Okay, that's the past. So they had they hadn't flown before, or they never flow before. They never flow before. So that action that they hadn't flow or they never flow happened previous to the past. This is the past. This is the past perfect. Basically, is before to the past, to the simple past. Okay. So both of them are correct because we can express they hadn't flow as a negative sentence, right? But when you use never, we're talking about to that a negative sentence as well. For example, they never flow. So if we use hadn't, we can use never with hadn't and the same way, right? In this case, is they hadn't flow, they never flow, but never goes together because it's like a double negation. Double negation doesn't exist in English. in my language, in my tone native language exists. Does exist, but in English, no. Yeah, I think sometimes I question I question myself. I'm really speaking my native language, so anyway. Next one. Catherine was lying on the sofa. She was tired because she was working very hard. She was tired because she she's been working very hard, or she's been working very hard, but she's been working. Check it out, check it out. This is complicated. For me, it could be a little difficult to understand if I'm talking about the listening, right? She's been working, she's been working, she's been working, she's been working. That's just a little different. She's and shit. No, no, what? Anyway, so the correct answer is she'd been working very hard. Good girl. Okay. Why? Catherine was lying on the sofa. Okay. We're talking about the past. Was lying in the past, right? This is the past. That's the point, that Catherine was lying on the sofa. Okay. She was tired because she had been working very hard. So the reason that why she's lying on the sofa, because she was tired. Okay, so why was tired? Because she was working very hard, but that action that she'd been working very hard happened before to the past. This is the past. This is the past perfect, because we're talking about today, and we're talking about the action that happened in the early past. In the case, in this part, that's why is the past perfect. Okay. Now, next. Now, 2.15. So, had you a car when you were living in Paris, or maybe were you having a car when you were living in Paris, or have you had a car when you were living in Paris, or did you have a car when you were living in Paris? So, that's a good one. Okay, in this case, is did. Did you have a car when you were in Paris? No. Check it out. Usually, when we use when, we are talking about to the simple past. Check out this sentence. Then, okay. Did you have? Did you have a car when you were living in Paris? Check it out. This is the simple past. No. Another one. Let me find another one. Okay. Did you eat a lot of sweet? When? Check it out. When is like we're talking about to the time, right? Sometimes it's easier to find just pattern in English. For me, sometimes it's like I just memorize. Even I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Sometimes I just listen people to talk, and just try to copy that they say. So it's another way to learn. It's like what? It's like why you say that? Can you give me more context? Why you say that structure? I say I don't know. I just listen to native speaker talking about like this. So that's another way. It's like a child. It's like a children's learn English as well. So next one. So I was playing tennis a lot, but I don't play very much now. Or maybe I was used to play tennis a lot, but I don't play very much now. Or I used to play tennis a lot, but I don't play very much now. So the correct answer is I used to play. Why I used to play? Okay. Okay. We use I used to play when we use I used to, no, when we're talking about an action or maybe activities or something like that, uh, that you used to do in the past, but you are not doing now. For example, I used to play a lot, but I don't play very much now. We're talking about to an activity in that case, sorry, in this case, play tennis in the past, but that person is not playing tennis. Is not playing tennis anymore, or maybe he's playing, but just a little, not too much. We're talking about two activity that happened in the past, but in the present we are not doing anymore, or maybe we're still doing, but not too much, just a little. Okay, we're talking about when action has finished. Used to play. Now, future. Oh my god, future. I know. Sometimes, always, I'm thinking about the future. Damn. What are you gonna do tomorrow? Maybe what are you gonna do to maybe in a couple of years? Oh my god, sometimes I wonder about myself in the future. Nah, I don't know. I think it's part of grow up. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, future. Whew, I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. I go to bed now. Good night. Oh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed now. Good night. That's a good question. That's a good sentence. I like. In that case, the correct answer is I'm going. Why is I'm going? I'm going because we can use the present continuous when we're talking about the future as well. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that as well. For example, I'm going to bed now is like an action that you are doing now, but is also used for a future arrangement as well. Arrangement. For example, if I say I'm going to have a dinner at the night with my boyfriend, with my girlfriend, I don't know, right? So in that case, I'm going to have dinner at night. We're talking about to the an action that is already scheduled in your schedule. I don't know, already scheduled. It's already booked. It's already playing. It's an arrangement that you made. So check it out. I'm going. In this case, present continuous is also used for a future as well. Okay, that's strange. That's strange, but it's true. Okay, believe me. I'm sorry. I'm going to bed now. This is a feature. Next one, 3.2. Uh, hmm, I'm not working tomorrow, so we can go out somewhere. Or maybe I don't work tomorrow, so we can go out somewhere. Or I won't work tomorrow. Hmm. We can go out somewhere. In this case, it's the same. Check it out. Is I'm not working tomorrow, so we can go out somewhere. It's the same example. We're using present continuous for a feature arrangement. Arrangement. I hope you understand. Now, next one. That bag, that bag looks heavy. I'm helping you with it. That bag looks heavy. I help you with it. Or maybe that bag looks heavy. I help you. I helped you with it. Okay, in that question, in that example, the correct answer is I help. Why is I help? So let's try to define what's the difference between feature and be going to. Okay. We can use be going to feature and will auxiliary will when we're talking about the feature, right? But what's the difference between be going to and will? Basically, the difference is between when I use will is decision that I take now, but it's influence in the future. For example, I help you. I help you. It's a decision that I take now. It's like Oh, check it out. Maybe that bag look heavy. So I help you. I help you. It's like a decision that I take now, right? But when you're talking about to be going, it's like an action which has already scheduled in your plans. For example, if I make a plan with my friend to go a concert, I don't know any band, so I can say I'm going to that concert uh, at I don't know on Saturday, right? Check it out. I'm going to the concert on Saturday. So why I will say I will go that concert on Saturday? The difference is between uh, you already scheduled this this concert. You have a plan for this concert. It's different to say my friend maybe we're talking about anything and my friend say, okay, Alex, let's go to the concert. Okay, let's go. I will do it. I will go to that concert because I'm feeling bad. So I wanna enjoy a moment. So check it out. When I say I will go to that concert. It's like it's a decision that you taken now. It's like a decision that you take in the present, but it's going to be in the future. But when you use be going, it's like a arrangement, like a schedule, like you have a plan for a future. That's different. In that case, that bag looks heavy. You are checking, right? Okay, I help you with things. So the decision to help this person you take now in the present. Okay, and it's not like okay, today my plan is just help someone in the supermarket. I don't know. Okay, next one. 3.4. I think the weather will be nice later. Or I think the weather is nice later. Or I think the weather it's going to be nice later. Or I think the weather shall be nice later. Okay. In that example, uh, we can use both. We can use is going to be and also will be, okay, because both option is acceptable for a feature, right? We don't have more context. Maybe if we had more context, we would say maybe okay, that's a correct answer or that's another correct answer. For example, I don't know. Uh, if I looking up to the sky and maybe I saw the clouds is dark and say, it's going not be a good weather, right? Because it's like a something that I can see. I have a proof about that, right? But maybe if I watch in my phone, right, and say, oh, check out the weather. Ah, it will be a nice. It will be a nice. I don't know. Nice weather tomorrow. Maybe I'm not 100% sure, but uh, just let me share my phone. So yeah, yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Next one. 3.5. Anna is in hospital. Yes, I know. I visit her this evening. Oh yes, I know. I'm going to visit her this evening. Oh yes, I know. I'll visit her this evening. The correct answer is I'm going. I'm going to visit. Why is I'm going to visit and not I'll visit? Because he's asking. Anna is in hospital. Yes, I know. I'm going to visit her this evening. We're using be going because we have a plan to visit her this evening. It's not like a decision that I take right now or in that specific moment. We'll say I'll visit her this evening, right? So in that case, it's I'm going and no, I will because we have a plan to visit her. So it's something that we arrange for to do at the evening, in the evening, right? So next one. 3.6. We're late. The film will already start by the time we get to the cinema, or the film will be already started by the time we get to the cinema, or the film will be already have started by the time we went to the cinema. Hmm. The correct answer is will be already started. Okay. Uh, why? That's a good question. Uh, you know what's the difference between active voice and passive voice? No. So the active voice in the active voice, we are focus. We make focus in the subject, but in the passive voice, we make focus. We make focus in the object. In that case, check it out. The feel, the feel is an object. It's not like a subject, right? The feel. So in that case, the feel is an object. So the sentence will make focus in the object. So, and what is the structure of the passive voice? Passive voice is an object plus verb to be plus past participle. In this case, the feel is the subject, is the object. Uh, will be, in this case, it just ignore will. I will explain that after. Be is the verb to be plus a past participle started, right? So we can use more auxiliaries in that case, like already or will. In this case, we're talking about the features, so that's why we use will. The thing will be is still being the verb to be, right? Already, already, already started. In the case, started is a passive, is the past participle, and already it's like a preposition. I don't know exactly. That's going to the uh, past participle. In this case, the field will be already started by the time by the time we get to the cinema. We can use by when we're talking about the feature. By the time, check it out. By the time we get to the cinema, right? We can say by 10 o'clock, right? But check it out. In English, it's not like always you use a specific time, like a time, like hours or like months. No, not always. We can use another. We can take another reference, like maybe moments, or I don't know, specific times. In this case, by the time we get to the cinema. So the time is when we go to the cinema, when we get to the cinema. In this case, that's why the film will be already started by the time we get to the cinema, right? I like it, this sentence. That's crazy. It's made my mind blown. So next one. Whew, don't worry. I love this phrase. I love this sentence. I don't know why make me laugh a lot. So don't worry. Don't worry. If I am late tonight, don't worry. When I late tonight, don't worry. When I'll be late tonight, or don't worry if I'll be late tonight. So the correct answer is don't worry if I am late tonight. If I am late tonight. Okay. Next question. Models. The Oh, okay. Models. Oh my god. Uh, I'm not the best in models. There is a lot. It's gonna be this section is gonna be crazy, I guess. So here we go. There we go. So models. The fire express spread quickly, but everybody was able to escape from the building. or but everybody managed to escape from the building, or everybody could escape from the building. So the correct answer is was able to escape, and also manage to escape. Why? So, uh, basically, was able is means like you you can do it. Okay, you can do it. For example, the fires pretty quickly, but everybody was able to escape. Like, but everybody uh, can escape in that moment from the building, right? This fires pretty quickly, but everybody managed to escape is the same. Basically, it was able and manages like the same teams, right? Okay. Yep. The next one. I'm so tired. I can't sleep for a week. I'm so tired. Couldn't sleep for a week. Or I'm so tired. I could have slept for a week. Yeah. In that case, the correct answer is could. Okay. I'm so tired. I could sleep for a while. For a week, sorry. Uh, in this example, we use could because we're talking about. It's more like expression. It's more like a hypothetical situation. Well, that's not true. It's like I'm so tired. I could sleep for a while, for a week, right? It's like it's not like something you can do. It's something that is imaginary, is hypothetical. It's like an expression. Okay, so could sleep for a while doesn't mean you sleep in the past. We're not talking about the past. We're talking about more like an expression. Okay. Okay. Next one. Remember, we use would for hypothetical situation, or we can also use could as well because uh, we can say I would can doesn't exist that, so it's could. So if you want to use hypothetical situation with can, we have to use could. That's why it's I could sleep, right? Okay, so we're talking about in this sentence about to the an expression and a hypothetical situation, right? That imaginary situation. Yeah, not in the real life, not in the real, not real. It's like a just expression. Okay, so the story might be true, or the story can be true, or the story could be true, or the story may be true. Okay, in this sentence we have three answers: might, can, sorry, and could. So the story could be true, can be true, might be true, but I don't think it is. Okay, basically we use three of them because we need more context about that. In this case, might, and we use can when we can do it, right? The story can be true, right? Or could because we're talking about to the hypothetical situation, right? And might because we are supposing we are inferring something, right? So in that case, that's why could be three answer: might, can, and could. Okay. For example, the story may be true, might be true because we're talking about to the possibility. Can because we are talking about to the something is possible as well. Can, right? And could, maybe yes, maybe not, because could is more for hypothetical situation. Okay. Yeah, that's a little confused, that section. Check it out. That's why it has 2 units. Yeah. Next one. 4.4. So, why did you stay at hotel? You can stay with me. Ha ha ha. Why did you stay at hotel? You could stay with me, or you could have stayed with me. You could have stayed with me. Okay. The answer is could PG have stay with me. Yeah. Why? Hmm. Okay. Check it out. First, try to analyze to the sentence. Okay. Try to analyze to the tense of the sentence. In this case, is why did you stay at the hotel? Hotel. Sorry. We're talking about to the past, to a simple past. Okay. So if we are talking about to the past, so you can use could have. Why could have? Because we're talking about to the hypothetical situation, but that that's the past. That's your stay at home at a hotel, right? We're talking about when you use could have. We're talking about to the hypothetical situation because remember, uh, we can you can use what can no doesn't exist that we have to use could. So in that case, this is the past, and we're talking if when you want to talk about to the hypothetical situation at the past, you have to use could have. Okay, you could have stayed with me. We're talking about today maybe an hypothetical situation, but that hypothetical situation would happen in the past, right? In the previous time of the past, in the earliest past of the past, in the earliest moments at the past, in the past. So check it out. This is the past, and this is a hypothetical situation. But check it out. That hypothetical situation is previous on the past. That's why we're using to the uh, mm, no, that's my I'm so I'm wrong. That's I say confused. This is the past. This is the what happened. This is the you could have stay because you could have stay with me happen after to the past. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I will enjoy explain this topic in the videos because that's crazy. That's why you have to learn what's the difference between present, present perfect, past, and past perfect. In that case, that's interesting because he say, "Why did you stay at the hotel?" They're talking about the past, right? It's the past. That's the past. So you could have stayed with me. They're talking about to the present perfect. But check it out. You could stay with me is an action that could happen after to this to the after to the hotel, right? That's crazy. That I love this one. I love this part. So, but basically, we have to use could have when you're talking about to the hypothetical situation that happened in the past. Okay, the same should have. Okay, or another kind of the models. Always you want to use a model with have, right? In this case, past participle. Always we're talking about to the hypothetical or maybe advising or any kind that happened in the past. Okay, always goes together. Next one. So 4.5. I lost one of my clothes. Hmm. Uh, I must have dropped it somewhere. Yeah, the same, the same things. So, I lost one of my clothes. I I must have dropped in somewhere. It's the same. We're talking about to an action that happened in the past. So in that case, it's not possibility. It's more like what do you say? is more like we're supposing that something happened. We're assuming that something happened. In that case, must is more when you assume, when you deduce something, right? In this case, I lost one of my clothes. I must, right? I'm guessing something. I'm supposing something, right? But check it out, must is for when you want to suppose, when you want to deduce, when you want to I don't know, guess something. But we are talking about to the past, right? Loss. I lost. So when we want to talking about to the past with a model, we used to have we have to use have plus a past participle. In this case, I must have drop it somewhere, right? Next one. Why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? She might not know about it, or she might not know about it, or she might not have know about it, or she may not have know about it. Wow, that's a lot of mile. Check it out. That's crazy. Different kind models, negative sentence. Auxiliary is like a hub on the past participle. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's oh my god, that's why I like grammar. I don't know, I'm a person like who's like complicate everything. So in this case, might not have. I think may not have. Yep. So why? Why is might not have no or may not have no? Okay, because we're talking about to the possibilities. Okay, in that case, why wasn't Amy at the meeting yesterday? So first of all, you have to try to guess what is the tense. Okay, in that case, in this sentence, the tense is in the past, right? Yesterday, the past. So okay, she might not have know about it. She may not have know about it, right? So in that case, we're talking about to the possibility that happened in the past, right? So remember, in that case, when we're talking about to the any kind of model and you want to make reference at the past, you have to use have, lo que es have and a past participle, right? And then okay, the negative form for might and may, you have to put not. Okay, it's not like a shouldn't, right? That's different. Okay, next one. Uh, what have I do? What? That's crazy. That's making sense. So, what I have to do to get a new driving license, or what do I have to do to get a new driving license, or what I must do to get a new driving license, or what I had to get a new driving license. Okay, the correct answer is do I have to. What do I have to do to get? What do I have to do to get a new driving license? Yep, that's easy. Because you have to remember what is the structure of the question, right? Check it out. It's what auxiliary plus subject plus verb. In this case, have to is a verb as well. Have to do to get. That to get. It's more. Uh, is more for objective, not an adjective. I forgot the name. Yeah. Anyway, we use to get in this case to get as I forgot the name. Sorry, but anyway, maybe the most important thing is that double question, auxiliary, subject, and a verb. Have to remember the structure of the question. Sometimes this question uh, try to, or maybe the goals of this kind of the question is try to confuse, try to maybe forget what the structure was, the base of the English, to the basis, to the base of the grammar. So next one. Uh, we have plenty of time. We don't need to hurry, or we mustn't hurry, or we needed hurry. So the correct answer is don't need to, and also needed. Needed. Then yeah. So we have plenty of time. We don't need to hurry. So needed, needn't, yeah. Needed is a contraction of don't need to. So basically both are the same. Both mean the same. Both has the same meaning. So don't needed to and needn't hurry. Okay? That's the same. Next one. You missed a great party last night. Oh my god, yes, my friend told me why you didn't come. Yeah, anyway, so you missed a great party last night. You must have come. Why did why didn't you? You should have come, or maybe you ought to have come, or you had to come. Okay, if you want to know more about what's the difference should and ought to, I have a video about that. It was my first video, so you can go. I'm gonna put in the link, so just go to this video, and you're gonna get more explain about what's the difference between should and ought to. Okay, so but the correct answer is should and ought to. Should have come and ought to have come. Okay, come. Yeah. Jimmy's a great party last night. You should have come, or you ought to have come. Why didn't you? Okay. Next one. Jane won the lottery. I suggested that she buy a car with the money she won. Or I suggested that she should buy a car with the money she won. Or I suggested her to buy a car with the money she won. Or I suggested that she bought a car with the money she won. Okay. Okay. That sentence is crazy. That's crazy. So the answer is that she buy. The next one is that she should buy another, and the last one is that she bought. Okay, so let's try to analyze this sentence. Then yeah, okay. Hmm. Suggested. Suggested. Basically, there are some kind of verb that we have to use that. In that case, Jay won the lottery. I suggested that she buy, right? Basically, in that case, if we want to suggest something, we have to use the preposition that. That's why this is the best answers. Okay, so that she buy, that she should buy, that she bought, right? It's only for that we use suggested that. Okay. Okay. And her to buy Now, next one. You're always at home. You should go. You had better go. You had better to go out more often. Yeah. That's a good question. That's a good sentence. Sometimes we have a friend who don't like to going out, like me. Sometimes I don't like to just going out. I don't know. It's like sometimes I feel more comfortable in my home, but sometimes I need it. So you're always at home. So listen. You are always at home. You should go out more often, my friend. You know what I mean? You should go. I should go out more often. So next one, because it's an advising, right? It's an advice. You always at home. You should. You should. It's an advice. Remember, you should go. Next ones. It's late. It's time we go home. It's time we must go home. It's time we should go home. It's time we went home. Or it's time to go home. Okay, in this sentence we have two answers. We went. I'm gonna explain why. And to go. To go is easy. It's too late. It's time to go home. It's like a go home, right? It's late. But it's time we went home is an expression that the last let me find another expression like this. What's that? Okay, I'm so tired. I couldn't sleep for a while, for a week. Check it out. That's more hypothetical situation, right? But in that case, more like we went to home. It's like for example, it's an expression that means that you have to already at home, right? That's why it's late. It's time we went home. It's like let's go, right? It's basically the same meaning, but this is more an expression. We went home. Right? Sometimes we use to we use pass, right? Uh, yeah. In this case, it's time. Sometimes with it's time we use a pass in order to express that something that I have to do. In this case, it's time we went home and it's time to go home mean the same. Okay, it's the same with another expression. For example, it's time. I don't know. Let me think of a sentence. Okay, it's time to play. No, that's a okay. Okay, okay. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. It's time to cook. It's time to cook. Check it out. It's late. It's time to cook. It's like okay, we can cook, right? So, but we can say it's time. I'm hungry. It's time we cook. We cook it. Sorry. It's time we cook it. It's exactly the same meaning. No, it's time we cook it. It's like we're talking about today. It's time to do something. Remember, it's more for a grammar. And the spoken English, we rarely use that expression, but it's more for grammar. Remember, that kind of videos is more for grammar. The focus is grammar, grammar, grammar. Okay, so next one. I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. Or I'll stay a little. You can say little or little. Just let me in the comment on the comment why you say little or little. What is better for me? For me, it sounds better like a little, like a receipt pronunciation. Like a Queen's pronunciation. I don't know how to say Queen's English. I don't know. It's like I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. That sounds better. It sounds more sexy. I don't know. I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. Or I stayed a little longer, but I really have to go now. Or I can stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. Or I have stayed a little longer, but I really have to go now. Or you can say like, I stay a little longer. I stay a little longer. I don't know. 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 Bottle, bottle. Water, water. I don't know. I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. Okay. In that sentence, the correct answer I could. No, no, sorry. I stay. I could stay. This is a contraction, so I could. It's a contraction to stay. I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. We're talking about to the hypothetical situation as well, right? If he has to, that person had to go home, had to go anywhere. I don't know, right? But it's more for expression. I stay a little longer, but I really have to go now. We're talking about the hypothetical situation, imaginary situation. Okay, next one. Oh my god. Okay, 10 is a lot. Okay, this is still doing. Uh, if and wish. If and wish. I'm not tiring not to go to bed. If I go to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Or if I went to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Or I had gone to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Or if I would go to bed now, I wouldn't sleep. Okay. So in that case, went. Okay. So this is the second conditional. We're talking about the hypothetical situation, imaginary situations, right? That situation that is not really true. In this case, I'm not tired enough to go bed. If I went to bed, we're talking about the hypothetical situation, I wouldn't sleep. Okay, second conditionals. Next one. If I were rich, I'd travel a lot. Or if I were rich, I can travel a lot. Or if I were rich, I would travel a lot. Or if I were rich, I traveled a lot. Yeah. In that case, the correct answer, I will travel. Will travel. Because we're talking about to the hypothetical situation as well. Remember, if I were rich, I will travel. Second conditional. If I wish is exactly the same meaning. Okay, if I were. Okay, next one. I wish. I wish I don't have to work tomorrow, or I didn't have to work, or I wouldn't, or I won't. In that case, is didn't. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have to work tomorrow, but unfortunately, I do. Okay. Uh, it's the same. The same. We're talking about the hypothetical situation. So when you use I wish, it's like I wish we're talking about to the past. I wish didn't have to work tomorrow. It's more like when we want to when you want to talk about to the hypothetical situation, imaginary situation, you always talk in the past, never in the present. It's like is that why in the first and the second says if I went to bed, or if I were rich. I wish I didn't have. Check it out. All the sentences are in the past because we're talking about to the imaginary situation, hypothetical situation. Okay. In my language, that's Spanish, we don't have that. Yes, I don't know. No, that's different. Yeah. Next question. Whew, the view was wonderful. I would have taken some picture if I had a camera with me. If I have a camera with if I would have a camera with me. If I would have had a camera with me. If I had a camera with me. So, uh, in that case, if I had a camera with me, okay. Pa, 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 pa. This is a hard one. This is one hard one. This is a hard one. So the view was wonderful. I would I would have taken some picture if I had the camera with me. This is a third conditional. Yeah. Mm, yeah. I'm not sure he's fast. It is a third conditional. It's a mixed conditional. I'm not sure. Let me check the video. But that's crazy. That makes sense, right? Uh, I know the structure, but I don't remember exactly what's the name. Okay, I would have taken some picture if I had camera with me. Basically, we're talking about to the mm, hypothetical situation as well at the past, not with regret. Okay, next one. The weather is horrible. I wish it. I wish it. I wish it would stop raining. Okay, I wish it stopped raining. I wish. I wish it stopped raining, or I wish it will stop raining. Okay, in that sentence is would. We use would uh, with I wish because when we're talking about something that annoys us or something that I would like to change it. For example, the weather is horrible. It's something that maybe is annoying for me, or maybe it's something that I don't like it and I would like to change it. Right? I wish I would stop raining. Right? I wish it's my wish. I would like to change that situation. Right? So when we use wish, you have to use would stop when you're talking about to the things, because remember you can use wish for many things, but when you're talking about to the change something, has to would, because you are talking about to the imaginary situation as well. Remember, would is for imaginary situation or hypothetical situation. You can't change the weather, right? But you wish, right? So that's why I wish, I wish would stop raining. I wish it would stop raining. Blah blah blah. Next one, passive voice. Oh no, passive. Then that's too complicated. Ooh, oh my god. There we go. Yeah. Uh, we woke up by a loudy noisy during the night, or we are woken up by a loudy noisy during the night, or we were woken up by the loud and noisy during the night, or we were waking up by the loud and noisy during the night. That's interesting. We were woken up. Okay, don't remember. We're talking about the passive voice. Okay, in the case, the focus is the object. We were walking by the loud and nosy at the night, right? Remember the structure for the passive voice is object plus verb to be plus past participle. Not by a loud and nosy during the night. Okay, next one. A new supermarket it's going to build next year, or it's going to be built next year, or it's going to be built building next year, or it's going to be building next year. That case is be built next year. Why? Check it out. We're talking about the object, right? Why is the object supermarket? It's going to be built. It's going to, right? Plus verb to be and plus a past participle. In this case, build. It's going to build next year. Next year. Okay. Next one. There's somebody walking behind us. I think we're followed. Why we're followed? Because we're talking about to the object. I think we are followed. Okay. Remember, when we use a passive voice, the focus is in the object, not who's is made in this action, not who's doing or who's making this action. In the case, there's somebody, it's like somebody, I don't know that person, I don't know, maybe that thief. So there's somebody walking behind us. I think we are followed, right? Check it out. In that case, the focus is not who's made the action, the focus is the object, right? Next one. Where? Where were you born? Or where are you born? Or where have you been born? Or where did you born? No? In Chicago says. So, where were you born? Where were you born? Right? Where were you born? Because we're talking about to the past. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting question. I didn't realize about why we say that. I born. I born. No. Where were you born? Basically, because we're talking about today. In that case, the focus is the place. Check it out. Where were you born? Right. The focus is not the subject. Is not a person. The focus is the place where that person born. That's what say where were you born? Chicago, right? Remember, the passive voice, the focus is the object, not the person, not the subject, not the the person who's doing this action, not the subject who's doing this action. The, the focus is the object, right? In that case, where were you born? In that case, the focus is the place. Okay. And there was a fight, but nobody was hurt, nobody got hurt, or nobody hurt. Okay. In this example, it was hurt and also got hurt. Why? Because we can use remember let me translate. We can use nobody was hurt, nobody was hurt, right? Nobody is it would be is rich to be uh the object, right? Plus verb to be plus a past participle. In this part, that's okay, that's perfect. But what happened with got hard? We can use get instead of be. That's another tricky tricky example. No, nobody got hard. It's exactly the same meaning that was hard. Okay, so remember, was hard, got hard is exactly the same in the passive voice. Okay, they has the same meaning. Next one. Jen was supposed to phone me last night, but she didn't. Okay, Jen was supposed. It's the same. When we use suppose, we always it goes with the verb to be. In this case, the passive voice. Jane was supposed to phone me last night, but she didn't. Okay, it's supposed. I'm assuming something, right? Jane was supposed to phone me. Uh, Next one. Okay, this is a hard one. Tim, where did you have your haircut? Okay, that's interesting. That's complicated for me. I remember it was difficult to understand for me because it's like in my mother tongue doesn't exist that. Okay, so basically we're talking about to have something done. Okay, is basically when you arrange for somebody to do it for you. For example, where did you have your haircut? Which hairdresser did you go? Basically, have something done with just when we don't do the task. In this case, cut your hair. You can't do that for yourself, right? So you need somebody have to do it. Yeah, maybe some person could be could do it, but we're talking about we're talking about we're taking that example, that scenario that you can do it. Okay, for example, if you hire some I don't know gardener gardener to I don't know cap cap your grass in your I don't know in your yard, right? So basically, you are paying to someone to do something for you. Okay, that's why I say where did you have your hair cut? Okay, we're talking about something have been done. In this case, the structure is uh, have this auxiliary for present past participle. In this case, the object, no, the something, and the past participle, the verb. Okay, uh, that's complicated to explain. We need to more example, but that's crazy. But basically, it example. It's going to this section because we're talking about the passive voice as well. In this case, we use a lot of passive. Did you have your cut? Do you have your hair cut? Check out even why we can mix it with have. That's crazy, right? Okay, absolutely. I'm going to put this unit in my playlist. Okay, so that's interesting. Next one, reporter speech. Hmm. Paul left the room suddenly. He say, he say, had to go, has go, or have go. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, in that example is had. Okay, because uh, when we're talking about to report a speech, if when someone says something, basically that message was in the past, right? Is that why he say? For example, Paul left the room suddenly. He said, he said he had to go. Check it out. The verb is in the past because we are talking about that something that that person said, but when, but it was in the past, not in the present, right? Another example, Joe, this is a surprise. Rachel said you were in hospital. Same. We're talking about the reporter speech. So that Rachel says it was in the past. Rachel says Rachel said you were in hospital. Okay. Another one. Anna said goodbye to me. Okay. That's different. Yeah. Uh, Next. The portrait speech is it's complicated for me. What's too difficult, and even when you want to mix supported speech and passive vote, it's even more crazy. It's crazier. Oh my god, that's maybe maybe this kind of unit will blow up your mind because that's crazy. For me, that's too complicated. Reported speech is one of my witness. So one of my witness. So that's complicated. Yeah, just keep going. Question and auxiliary verbs. Uh, remember, remember the structure of the question. Okay, remember double question, auxiliary, subject, and a verb. In this case, what does the film start? Okay, what does the film start? Okay, next one. Do you know where Tom has gone? Okay, that's interesting. This is a good one. So remember, we have a question sentence like what time does the film start? We can also have a indirect question, indirect question, I guess. Anyway, indirect question. I think it's indirect question. Uh, yes, indirect question. The name is indirect question. So basically, the indirect question is when we don't ask the question directly. In this case, do you know? Do you know where Tom has gone? Check it out. Do you know is the question. Do you know has the structure for the question. Check it out. Auxiliary, subject, and verb. But the rest is like a average sentence. In this case, where Tom has gone. Check it out. Basically, do you know where Tom has gone? Right? This is a tricky question. This is indirect question. Okay. Next one. The police officer stopped us and asked us where where we were going. Yeah, the same example, right? The same example. Indirect questions. No. Next one. Okay. Do you think it will rain? I hope not. Why is I hope not? Why not? I hope so. Right? Basically, we can use I hope so, I guess so, I'm afraid, right? But this is when you, in a positive way, okay? But when you want to talk about a negative way, you have to say, I hope not, or I guess not, or I'm afraid not, okay? Basically, it's like, you're expecting something, but in a negative way. Do you think with do you think it will rain? I hope not. We're talking about a negative way. We are not agree with that. No? Because I hope not is the negative way to the I hope so. Next one. Uh hmm, you don't know where Karin is, don't ya? Do you? Right? This is a tag question. Let me check. Yeah, tag question. Basically, the question is basically you put the question at the end. In this case, you start with that average sentence like a verb, like a subject, verb, and object, right? And you put at the end the question. In this case, do you? Yeah, but always has to be opposite. For example, if the sentence is a negative, it's a negative sentence. That question has to be in a positive. In this case, do you? Okay. Next one. No, damn, that's complicated. I can't stop people doing what they want. I can't stop people do what they want, or I can't stop people to do what they want, or I can't stop people from doing what they want. Okay, that's interesting because ing and to is maybe I could say I think is the part of English has more exceptions because exception for everything, for everything, for everything. Most ings you have to remember specific patterns or just memorize. That's crazy. For me, the most complicated part as well. Okay, so in this case, it's doing and also from doing. You just try to memorize. Okay, I can stop people doing what they want. In this case, I can stop people doing because we're talking about today an action and activities. Nah, yeah, I could use activities. Okay. Uh, in this case, doing is more like a noun, like an object. Okay, is not exactly the verb because by the end, an ing verbs basically we're describing we are we're we are using a verb as a noun. Okay, in this case, I can stop people doing what they want, right? Or from doing what they want. No, doing is more like an object in this case. It's not a verb. Next one. I better go now. I better go now. I promise. I promise. In this case, not to be. Oh, and also I would be. That's interesting. Okay. Uh, okay. There is a specific verbs that we can use ing. For example, a promise. To never you could say I promise going, I promise doing. No, it's just I promise plus an infinite verb. In this case, I promise not to be. I promise blah. No, never with an ing. In this case, I promise not to be because it's a negative. No? Or I promise I would be late. Right. In this case, sorry, I wouldn't be late. Right. So in that case, promise never goes with going with ing. Okay. Do you want uh do you want in this case is me to come? Yeah. Uh it's the same, no? For example, if you put a subject next to the verb, you have to use an infinitive way. In this case, do you want me to come? Do you want me to come with you? Is more and a rule and exception about the ing verb. That's what I say, right? Ing is more like a try to memorize different ways, try to memorize exception and something like that. You have to have a good memory for this. So the ing is not my best, it's one of my weaknesses as well. So next one. Uh, I know I locked the door. I clearly remember locking it, or to lock, or to have locked it. No, in this case, is the it's locking, 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 and also to have locked. Yeah, I clearly remember locking it. In this case, locking it, we're talking about today an action that happened. No, not like a verse, no, more like an action, right? And to have locked, we're talking about today. Uh, I clearly remember that I do something. I done something. In this case, I have locked. Okay. Uh, Next one. She tried to be serious, but she couldn't help. Okay, that's a good one. She tried to be serious, but she couldn't help laughing. Laughing. Yep, laughing. In this case, you can avoid it to do something. It's like she tried to be serious, but she couldn't help laughing. It's like laughing, laughing. Well, she can avoid it to something, right? That's basically that's me. Okay, always. Uh, can help, can help, or couldn't help always goes with the ing verb. In this case, laughing. Oh, I don't know. Next one. Paul lives in Berlin now. He likes living or he likes to live. No, in this case, living, because we're not talking about to the verb. We're talking about to the action. Living, living, the action to living. He likes living there. Okay. Next one. It's not my favorite job. It's not my favorite job, but I like I like to clean the kitchen as often as possible. Yeah, I like to clean. Okay. Propose. Okay, it's with propose. Next one. I'm tired. I rather I rather not going. Uh, not to go. Don't go. Not go. Okay. In this sentence, the correct answer is not goes. Not go. Why? Remember, let's try to analyze first this. You know what does mean? I rather. I rather means I would rather not to. Not go. Basically, this doesn't mean I rather. So rather, if you take off rather, you have would. Okay. So if you have would, always go to the verb in infinitive. Okay. That's why you can't use going or don't go. No, just not. Okay. Just let me check my battery. Yeah. Next one. Okay. I'd rather you don't tell anyone what I say. I'd rather not to tell anyone what I say, or I'd rather you didn't tell anyone what I say, or I'd rather you wouldn't tell anyone what I say. Okay. In this case, the correct answer you didn't tell. You didn't tell. You didn't tell anyone. Okay. Maybe you're asking why. Why you didn't? Yeah. Because basically, I'd rather you didn't tell me is the same way that I say I'd rather you not to tell anyone, right? Basically, it's another way to use rather when in a negative way. Not a negative way, it's more like a negative way. Next one. Okay, guys, I think are going to stop the live because I gotta go. I gotta go. So let's finish in another situation in another moment. Okay. So I want to say thank you for joining. I don't know. um, in base of that, I'm going to prepare different kind of the videos. Okay, and try to cover every lesson, every unit, because it's a lot. So I have to try to find uh, a try to find time to do this kind of videos. So I promise, I promise to improve the quality of the videos, because it's like a hobby for me. It's like a something new that I'm doing. So it's going to take a time to improve the quality uh, regarding to the videos or in the audio and the quality of videos. Well, I don't know. So thanks for joining. So I hope see you on the next time. Okay. Bye.